Guys, I can't even tell you how excited I am right now. Take a look at this thing. This is the Aventon Ramblas. This is their first true e-mountain bike. Last year, I started mountain biking and I wasn't able to find like an actual, what I consider a starter e-bike that would have something with a big battery in it. Well, if I would have known that Aventon was coming out with this bad boy, I would have held off last year on spending $6,000 on an e-bike. Not only is this hardtail gorgeous, but it has a lot of cool features. Do you want to learn more? Well, let's get into it. The Ramblas is a Class 1 e-bike. Now here's the great thing about it. This is a mid-drive bike. They created their own mid-drive motor, and we're going to get into that here in a second. It'll go up to 20 miles an hour using the pedal assist of your mid-drive, which is a torque sensor, and there is no throttle on this bike. It has 3 levels of pedal assist. You have Eco, Trail, and Turbo. Now this bike weighs between 56 to 58 pounds, depending on which size of the bike that you get, but they all have a maximum payload capacity of 300 pounds. Currently, the Ramblas sells for $26.99, and it comes in one color. This color is Borealis. It goes from a green to a black. It's metallic, and each one of these are hand painted so that they can get that blend. So each one is unique to its owner. Now the Ramblas comes in 4 sizes. You have a small, which is good from riders who are 5'1" to 5'5", a medium, which is good from riders who are 5'5" to 5'9". The large is good for riders who are 5'10" to 6'2", and the extra large is great for riders who are 6'2" to 6'5". There are slight differences between the small version and the other versions. Like right now, this bike has 29-inch wheels. It is a medium because I am 5'9", but if you get a small, you will get this bike with 27-inch wheels. Aventon says that the Ramblas will get up to 80 miles on a single battery charge. Aventon could have went ahead and used a third-party motor in here like a Bosch or a Yamaha or something like that, but instead they decided to create their own. The Aventon A100 mid-drive is a 36-volt, 250 watts with 750 watts of peak power, plus it has 100 Newton meters of torque. It uses the SRAM XS Eagle, which is a 12-speed drive. It uses the SRAM NX Eagle derailleur and a SRAM NX Eagle single-click shifter system. For stopping power, the Ramblas uses a SRAM DB8 4-piston hydraulic brake system. It has 200 millimeter rotors on the front and 180 millimeters on the rear. The fork is a RockShox 35 Silver TK. It has 130 millimeters of travel. There is no preload or lockout. It's just a great overall fork for this bike. When it comes to rims and tires, the small version is going to have 27-inch rims. This is a medium, so all medium through extra large are going to have 29-inch rims. These are 29 by 2.40 Maxxis Recon tires. They have a great mountain bike tread to them, but they do have tubes in them. They are not tubeless. The Ramblas also comes with a dropper seat post. It is a KS dropper seat post. Size small is going to have 125 millimeters of travel, and the medium through XL has 150 millimeters of travel. Now, if you get the Ramblas, you're going to want to ride this thing on the trails all day long. Aventon thought about that, so what they did is they put in a 36-volt, 19.2 amp-hour battery in here with 708 watt-hours. Not only the battery, but this entire bike is UL certified. It's also IP67 rated, and I had to look that up because I was like, what does that mean? Basically, you can submerge this bike into 3 feet of water for up to 30 minutes, and it'll still run. Now, I do plan on submerging this entire bike into water. I will not be doing it in this video, but I'll be doing another one where I test out that theory. It comes with a 4-amp charger, which is great, which means you can charge this bike all the way up to 100% within 4 to 5 hours. When it comes to charging the bike, there is a charging port right here, or you can remove the battery, and the way you do that is you're gonna flip this lever up and pop this frame off. Right here is your battery. It does come with 2 sets of keys, and here is your keyhole. To operate this, to release the battery, you're gonna put your key in there and you're gonna turn it slightly. Your battery pops out to a little bit of a position right here. Go ahead, drop that tab, and the battery comes right out. When the battery is out, you have an indicator right here that'll tell you how much battery level that you have. And this is also your plug-in. This is the same fitting that goes into the bike. You're gonna grab the flat part of it first. You're just gonna plug it right in. There's an indicator right here so that you don't put the battery in incorrectly. Now to put the battery back in, we're going to line up this arrow pointing towards the rear, click it back into place. We're going to take the key out because we don't need that anymore. Let's go ahead and put the cover on, and you're just going to slide it down, and then once it's secure, you lock it. Cockpit Operations. On your left hand side, you have this medium rubber grip. It's kind of thin. It's single locking right there. You have your front brake lever, and this is your dropper seat post lever. To turn the bike on, you're just going to hold this power button right here as the display lights up. Right here is your basic screen. It shows that you are off, so you have no pedal assist going right now. If you hit this button up once, it puts you into eco mode. Hit it again, we're into trail mode. One more time, and we're into turbo. You have your speedometer right here, how much power you're putting out, and your trip miles. Now, if you hit the button again, it's going to show you your overall odometer. I did ride this bike over to my buddies at the bike lane so I could show them. They were asking about it, and well, they totally wanted to keep it, and I said, no, that's not a possibility. Total amount of time on the bike, average speed, and right now I do have it in turbo mode as I was showing you guys. So right now it shows 39 miles until you run out of battery. So I do like that fact that it's going to show you how far you can go before your battery's out. Hit the power button again, and it takes you to a secondary one where it just basically talks about the trip itself. The other one was overall odometer. You have your battery level right here. It's showing you that we're at 88% of battery power. And then you hit the button one more time, and it takes you right back to the main screen. Let's see if we turn it from turbo to trail, pop into here, and it shows it will now go 63 miles. Pop out of here, go to eco. That is 105 miles. Holy cow, that is insane. This bike will go a long distance. I love these three riding modes, but wait, there's more. All of this can be customized. There is the Aventon app. When it connects to this bike, you can set your riding styles. We'll do that here in just a second. To turn the lights on, we're just going to hold the plus button until you see the screen dims and the light button came on. Now this bike has an integrated headlight and trail lights. The whole purpose of these lights are so that people can see you when you're either out on the trail or riding through the city. To turn the lights off, we're just going to hold that button again. On your right side, you have your rear brake lever right here, and then you have your one finger shifter system. You do this, you click on that, that takes it down in gear. You push this in the back and it takes it up in gear. So your hand never has to leave the grip. You can just easily use your thumb to shift in between gears. Let's talk about the Aventon app and how you can set up your ride and different things that you can do with this. Now you will need to download the Aventon app. You can do it off the App Store or Google Play. And once you have it downloaded, well, you have to set up an account. I already have an account, but this is something that you guys will have to do. But once you do that, then you need to add the bike to the app. So we're going to hit this plus button right here. It's going to ask for a QR code. And from there, what we're going to do is we're going to hold the plus and minus button down, and it takes us into the enter menu. From here, we can clear the trip. We can display in miles per hour, kilometers. We can adjust the brightness. We can have the bike turn off automatically in different time increments. Auto headlight, where once it gets dark, the headlight will turn on automatically. System info lets you know if you have the most current firmware going on. You can also set the date and time. And here is your QR code that you're looking for. Take the app, here, let me just turn it back on. You're gonna scan that QR code, and then it now wants for you to put in a nickname. So we're just gonna name it Ramblas and confirm, and there, your app is now up. You can see your bike. It's the actual color of the bike, which is great. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go down here and exit, hit the power button, and it takes you right back to the main screen. Now that we're in this area right here, well, you can control certain parts of the bike. Like you can turn the headlight on if you want, or you can turn it off. This shows the same information that's on one of these internal screens right here. It's also on the app. More settings. You're gonna hit that, and this is where you can adjust certain things on the bike. Like you can adjust your screen brightness, you can adjust the auto power off, which are some of the things you can adjust inside the display itself. You can set a speed limit for this bike, which means right now it's at 20 miles an hour, but if you don't want the bike to go that fast, you can actually cut it down. That's where you change kilometers. And this is your assistant level, which is funny because like if you're riding the bike, you can hit plus and it takes you into eco mode, but you wouldn't have this app open while you're riding this bike. So you can see these different levels right here just by hitting that. But here's what we're interested in, the ride tune. From here, look at this. It has Eco, Trail, and Turbo, and these are the different settings in each. Right, that's Trail, that's Turbo. And you can adjust each one of these. You can adjust how much assistance the bike is giving you, the max torque that the motor's producing, and how quick you want the pedal response. These are the factory settings. You can change them by just sliding it back and forth. And once you get done, then you can either save it to the cloud or apply it to your bike. Down here, we'll check the latest firmware. Okay, so we have the latest on all these different ones. And then from there, you can hit this go button and track your ride. Now, I've used this before. It's not that accurate. I've used it with the Aventure. I've used it with other bikes. I don't put a whole lot of faith in this part of the app. It's not that good. I also don't put much faith in that tracking of the history of it because the information that you get is not very correct. And I never use this social media part. It's there, but I don't think that it works really well. The only thing I'm really interested in is making settings to this bike. Now look, you guys are probably guessing that I'm dying to get this bike out on the trails, and you are correct. There's just one problem. It's still wintertime here in Chicago and the tri-state area. I mean, I brought this bike up to the cabin because this is where the mountain bike trails are, and when I checked on Facebook, well, they're all closed. You either have to ride it when it's freezing, but right now they're all thawing, trails are soft, and they don't want anybody on the trails. Time for plan B. Aventon realized that I wouldn't be able to show you guys how this bike really performs if I was going to do it up in Chicago in February. So what they did is they flew me down here to San Clemente, California, and I'm at the San Clemente Dog Mountain Bike Park where we're going to put this bike through the paces. So we're going to see what my first reaction is to this bike and how it's going to handle. So let's get on the road. Here we go. Let's drop this dropper seat post so that we have some room to move around in. And you know, with a bike like this, what it's specifically made for is those that are interested, like me, into mountain biking, right? Like you guys have seen me, I've taken my Aventure on trails like this, but it's not really made for trails like this. But I've been doing it and I've been having a good time. And then I really wanted to get into the emtb world. So we'll hit that in a few. And I really wanted to get into the emtb mountain biking. And so I had to buy my giant bike because I wanted something with a big battery. And as you guys know, this has 708 watt hours of battery. So this is a big battery bike, but it's at less than half the cost of what I paid for my giant, right? Like I paid $5,800 for my giant, and that thing ended up, you know, this is only $2,700. I would have done this first, you know, because you don't really know if you're gonna like the mountain biking. You just know that you want to do it, you want to try it, you want to see if you're any good, you want to ride with your friends, right? You want to get out, you want to get some exercise going. This bike is what this thing is for, you know, that intro person that is thinking about mountain biking. Now, right now, I have it in the eco mode, and then later we'll put it in trail, and then we'll do another one in turbo. Well, probably, you know, realistically, we're probably going to need all 3 levels for this trail. I just don't know. Ooh, here we go. Them 4-piston brakes work really well. I mean, if you're not wanting to spend a lot of money and wanting to get into this sport or activity or whatever you want to call it, you know, this is a great starter bike. Because, yep, no, we're not hitting that. Because we might, you know, I might end up coming back and hitting some of these trails or some of these jumps and stuff. But I got to get used to this bike first, guys. This is my first time on this. So I need to figure out what this trail is all about first. Like, this trail system was supposed to be like 5 miles long. So they're saying it takes like 30 minutes. Woo, that was steep. You know, they say it takes 30 minutes to go through this. Well, yeah, I bet it does if you know the trail. But since we don't, we're just taking our time. Like, Aventon has a lot of people that work on the team that are into mountain biking. And so this is what they wanted to build for really just guys like me. All right, so we're climbing right now. You can't tell because the GoPro, I know. But, so we're climbing up, have it in eco mode, and the climb works really well. Let me go ahead and put it in tour mode. There we go. And we'll see how we climb on the next one. I really like the one finger shifter, so you can easily just use your thumb and shift between the two. I guess I'm going straight. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, she's a climber. Yeah, I have no idea where I'm at now. But we're climbing. Because it is a hardtail, I think I'm gonna feel more comfortable jumping this bike. Because if you don't think that I'm not gonna be jumping this bike before this video is done, well, silly rabbit, it's gonna happen. The motor on this, for this to be Aventon's first time, you know, coming out with their own mid-drive motor, instead of just slapping like a Bosch or a Yamaha motor on here, they really did a lot of research. And they did a great job, because this thing, the power this thing delivers, it is smooth. They said there was a big hill, but I might have got off the trail. You know, so I could test the climbing. I might have to get one of those guys to lead me in, somebody who knows the trail. Blue chair. This is a green. It's already green. You know, here's the thing. I mean, like, I'm riding a green on a bike. I don't know. I get it. Not the smartest thing, but also not the dumbest. This is how you get better. You know, I'm not in a group. I'm not slowing anybody down. I'm not in anybody's way. It's just me, well, and you guys just learning together how this bike works. So far, no pulsing or anything. You know, that whole dropper seat post, that thing is designed to get the seat out of your way so you can get lower, use your legs for suspension, and just have more room to move so you can control this bike. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, all right, let's try it again. All right, here we go, let's go. Crank, crank. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? This turbo mode is insane. Oh, I just, wow. 100 Newton meters of torque, and you can just kill it. You can just kill it with this thing. This thing is a climber. Please, nobody be jumping off this track. Climb, 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 climb. Oh, I was in too high of a gear. But because I had it in turbo, I still made it up. Now, because it is a hardtail, when you start climbing up stuff like this and it's rugged, yeah, I mean, it's not as soft as my full suspension, but I wouldn't expect it to be. It's still not bad. Yeah. If you've been thinking about getting into mountain biking, but you know, don't want to do it with your adventure, or maybe you don't even have a bike yet, this is going to be a great starter mountain bike for sure. I'm here with Aventon. I got Logan. He's going to actually take me down through the trail system because I clearly don't know where I'm going. And from there, that way I know that I'll be able to hit the things that I want to hit with this bike. All right, buddy, let's go. Let's go. Dropping the seat post. Now we hit this little part before, so I might hit that ramp. There we go. Nice. Oh. So see, it is possible to like hit the jumps without, you know, just to kind of get a feel of it. You know, that's how you start to improve your skills. Ooh, I have turned off the bike. I'm not even sure I had it turned on. Hang on a second. I might have had it turned off. I didn't need it. All right, let's see. Yeah, we had it in the off position. Let's go back to, oh my God, there's a huge difference. Huge difference. Just in the eco, yeah. All right, so now that I have the bike turned back on, I will not be doing that. That's all him on that one. All right, let me see. There we go. Starting to get a little bit more confidence in this bike as we go off these little jumps. Big drop right there. Well, big, you know what I mean. Oh God, woo, I almost wiped out. I didn't see that second one. All right, we're definitely gonna be improving my skill set. Oh, this is where I messed up, because I went right. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Whew. All right, we have it in eco mode, and doing these little climbs, no problem. No big deal. Yeah. Ooh, all right. That looked intimidating, but it wasn't for this bike. All right, so now we're climbing in this tour mode. Now this bike only has those 3 modes. You have the eco, the tour, and then turbo. And when it comes to climbing, well, you can easily hit the buttons real quick. And the fact, you know, through the app, you can have some preset settings. Right now, I'm just in factory mode here. Oh, I need to drop my seat post. I did. Yeah, and I'm just in factory mode. So even just in the factory settings itself, even on the factory settings itself, this bike does really good. Free haircuts. So we must have a low ride a tree. We'll see what he's talking about here. There it is. All right. Ooh, it is low. Yikes! I still hit because I didn't drop my seat post like an idiot, and I couldn't get lower. And that's where dropping these seat posts come in handy, because it gives you the clearance you need. Like when you're going downhill, you do not want your seat in the up position. You want it down and out of your way so that you can just move your body and get low. Well, like an idiot, I didn't drop mine and smack my head on that tree. This thing has some spunk. Just turbo mode when you start pedaling it. Yeah, she's ready to go. This trigger shifter, it's a one thumb, or it's a one finger gear system. Super easy to change gears. Super easy. Woo. And then for these just rides like this, and for the climbs, yeah, you want your seat post in the up position. Yep, time to climb, huh? All right. Is this the big hill? Well, this is a ooh, that's pretty steep. Let me lower the gear set. So see, even when you're struggling a little bit, if you just quickly kick it down in gear, because it will shift under load to get you in the gear that you want to be in, and then you just get that extra power. So I'm going to drop it even lower, and then we might put it onto turbo mode, oh boy, depending on the climb. But right now, I haven't needed it. Oh, I'm putting it in turbo now. I just saw the, oh my gosh. Oh, doggone it. My front end came up and had me confused. Oh no, no. Now I gotta push it up. All right, so we're gonna hold the minus button, put it in walk mode. Oh, there we go. Nice. It has a walk mode.
Little insider training for you.
Heck yeah. So right now we've done half of this trail. All right, Logan and I, we're gonna head up to the very top, and then we're gonna redo that first part, and I'm gonna redeem myself on this hill. This thing, there's parts of it that has a 23% grade. Most of it's like, it goes from 12 to 17 to 23, then back to like 16. So we will make that redemption ride for that. All right, back to the top. Seat up, and now we climb. Oh my gosh. This is so easy. I mean, as you can tell, as we're coming up this hill, I'm not winded. I'm not anything. We're just climbing, baby. Yeah, if you're looking for a great starter e-mountain bike that you can do single tracks in, like legit e-mountain bike, well, this is a great choice. Oh God. We're gonna do it again.
Do it again.
Did you get me like almost crashing?
It got a little squirrely.
We'll try this one more time. This is how we learn, folks. You do it more than once, and this is how we learn. We are going to do this jump one more time. He's going to show me the line that we want to be in. There it is. See, the more you do a jump, the better you get at it. That was probably my best jump yet. Awesome. Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
All right, ready. Fucking cleared it.
That boy.
Fucking cleared it.
Boy.
Yes, sir. Oh, that was so smooth. Oh. Oh. Guys, that felt good. I'm not gonna lie. I am pumped. Oh boy. Almost ate it on that one. Woo. Not gonna lie, my legs are burning. Drop the seat. There it is. What we're doing right now is we're heading over to that big climb, so I can see, you know, how this bike will do on that 23% incline in turbo mode. Woo. All right. I am determined to make it up that big hill. I know this bike can do it because in the first time we tried, well, he made it up. So this time he's going to give me a little bit of warning. I'm going to put it in turbo, and we're going to make sure that we can climb all the way up. But you know what? I'm going to put it in turbo right now. And that way, I'm not trying to fuss with it. And here we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. Dropped it down a gear. We are climbing, and we are climbing, and we are climbing. Oh my gosh. Yes, sir. Woo! No problem. Did it. I'm barely winded. This bike's not winded at all. Oh. Now, from here on, I don't know this trail. But that's why it's always good, if you can do it with a guide, that's the best way to get these trails done. Over here to my left is a military base. I'm not sure which one it is. And unfortunately, because we're right next to a military base, I can't use a drone, which sucks. Now I'm looking down at the bike and it shows that we have 63% battery left. Guys, I've been riding this thing for a couple hours at this point. And we got 63%. And when I grabbed this bike, it wasn't at 100%. So that'll give you an idea on, you can do a full day of riding with this bike. You will not have range anxiety with this bike. You just won't. Now going over bumps, like when you're climbing, you notice, you notice that, you notice it's a hardtail compared to my softtail. Man, this thing's a billy goat. Doesn't climb anything. We're about to do some serious climbing if I don't wipe out at the bottom of this. Here we go. Oh gosh. I don't know how to position myself on a big climb like this. Look, this walk mode is legit. This bike's wanting to drag me up the hill. I mean, I do believe that the bike would have made it.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. And, oh gosh, dang it. I gotta start from an angle. When I was in Switzerland, my buddy Claude showed me how to start when you're going up a hill. Come at an angle, crank it out and hope for the best. Here we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Heck yeah. So sorry, dude, we saw you going up. My apologies. All right, so here we go. We're gonna try that taking off. Yeah. Turbo and turbo, low gear, seat up. 3, 2, 1, let's climb. Oh shit.
Did not set off.
Woo, woo, woo. Woohoo! I'm on top of the world, Ma. You know, there's a lot of instances where this bike doesn't need to be in turbo, but it is so nice to have it when it is. So right now, I think my comfort, I'm sure that probably the normal mode is going to be in trail. You know, with these 3 different power assist levels and the 12 different gears, you can definitely find your comfort level and handle any kind of terrain. Or at least I feel. We're going to find out because I'm going to be doing more trails on this bike, especially because I feel comfortable jumping it. The sun is coming down in beautiful California. I want to thank Aventon for having me out. Now, when it comes to this bike, I mean, I really like this motor in it. I didn't feel any pulsing, any things like that. I really like the shifter here on how the thumb works. It feels like it's super easy. I'll probably end up changing out the grips, to be honest, because I need a little bit wider or a little bit thicker grips for me, but that's just a personal preference. I liked how the controls work. They're nice and small. They're clean, right? The dropper seat post, although not like the best dropper seat post, it can always be upgraded. I think the lever's a little bit stiff on it. So that's just something that is, you know, for me. But for a starter mountain bike, this thing is excellent. I'm going to be throwing some upgrades on this bike just because I upgrade everything. You guys have seen my videos, you know, I'm going to put some upgrades on this bike to make it a little bit more special and make it mine. I think the paint job is beautiful, how it goes from the green to the black, and depending on how the sun hits it, it just keeps changing colors. So because of that, I think that's really, really unique. Another thing is I can jump this bike and I can't jump my full suspension bike, the bike that costs twice as much as this one. I can't jump it. I don't know how, but I feel comfortable jumping this one because it's a hardtail. You might feel the same way. I mean, I'm transferring from jumping the Adventure 2 So this feels more right. I feel more comfortable doing it. I feel more secure. I feel safer. I don't know why. I just have a lot of faith in it. These brakes work excellent. So I think they have a really good, I mean, like an extremely good setup for somebody who's just wanting to get into mountain biking. Now, if there's anything about this bike that interests you, well, go ahead, click on my link below. It'll be in the description. That'll take you to Aventon's website. So that'll do two things. Number one, it'll show Aventon that you value my videos. And another thing will be is if you actually want to purchase the bike, well, that helps me grow the channel. But that's it for this version of the Aventon Ramblas, right? This is the mountain bike version. I'm going to be doing that. It's also like a commuter and city bike. So we'll be doing another video featuring that. But until then, that is it. I appreciate you for watching. And until I see you again, enjoy the ride.